Welcome to the More Than OK podcast, a wellbeing and family podcast about tips, strategies and stories on how to be more than okay. I'm Belinda Bray. I am a wife, a mum and a teacher, and I love learning about wellbeing, and I love taking what I've learnt into my everyday life, into my family and into my classroom. And I'm excited to bring you along the journey so you can be more than okay.
Welcome to another episode of More Than Okay. Today we are talking about healthy lunch boxes. I have a very special guest with me today. This is Zara. Say hi.
Hello.
Zara is my daughter. So just full disclaimer that this is why she's here. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
That's great. Now, the reason I have you here to talk about this is because in our household, you make the best lunches.
That's true.
That is true. And when you make a lunch, when you're focused on making a lunch, it's always the envy of everybody else because we're not as dedicated to lunch as you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just wanted to talk firstly about the importance of lunch. Do you like having lunch?
I do like having lunch. I love food. It's a little break in the school day just to sit and eat good food.
Yeah, so it's really important to have a good lunch. It gives you that energy to get through the next part of the day. And it actually, if you are hungry, it is really hard to concentrate. Have you ever had that?
Yes.
Yeah, and so to have a good lunch that's got good healthy food in there actually is good for you academically and just really good for your body to just always be giving yourself good energy. The other good thing about lunch is it's good for our well-being, which is my favourite thing, right? So sitting down with friends and having lunch is actually really good for us. Do you agree, Zara?
I do agree, yes.
What do you guys talk about at lunch?
Oh, all sorts of things.
Boys? Do you talk about boys?
Ew.
Okay.
Have a little goss session on the teachers.
The teachers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all sorts of things.
Okay. And is it just a relaxing time where you just get to hang out?
Yeah, or sometimes we'll eat our food and then go have a play, which is nice too.
Okay. So I talk to lots of students and there's a fair few students who just really don't love school. And when I ask what their favourite subject is, they can't really pick it. And I always say, I think your favourite subject is lunchtime. It's a very important subject. And they'll go, yes, it is very important. And it is. It's a fun time just to decompress, get outside, eat some good food and spend some time with friends. So super important time in our school day is to have a good lunch break.
Yes.
Great. So Zara, you have a little recipe for a good lunchbox. Do you want to tell us what that is?
Yes. So what I think is a good lunchbox is 4 things. I think you need something sweet, something savoury to balance out the sweet, something healthy to kind of give you that nutrients to keep going, and something to fill you up at lunchtime. So I think if you have all of those, you'll get through the day and it'll give you energy.
Great. So we've got some lunchbox ideas here. Now these are things that we do make at our house. And this is the ideal week, right? Mm-hmm. We don't always get it right. We don't always have baking. We don't always have leftovers. But the ideal is that we think about what goes in lunch boxes so that in the morning when you guys make your lunch, the food's all just there, ready for you to put together, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we've brought some props, which is pretty exciting. Which one? We've brought some lunch boxes. These are our lunch boxes that we use at home. We love a bento box. Not sure what others use, but we like these. Why do you like a bento box, Zara?
It just gives you sections. You can kind of have a bit more variety. I'm a snacker. I like lots of little things. So bento boxes just give you that. And usually they're metal, so they can go in the dishwasher.
I like it because there's not too many bags and bits of Glad wrap.
Yeah.
I appreciate that they're just straightforward. Bring them home, wash them up, use them. I like that idea. Okay, which one should we look at first?
Well, I think you're the host, so let's look at yours.
This is my lunchbox. Zara bought it for me for Christmas. So in here, do you want to tell us what we've got in here?
Okay, so let's start with the snacks, which is more of a morning tea. So let's go from start to finish. We've got some Oreos. I love these. They're dairy-free and just a sweet treat. And then we've got some cucumber and some carrots and some mandarins. That's our healthy.
Great.
And our savoury.
Great.
And then for the more lunchy proteiny portion. We have some boiled eggs. These are great. They're filling and pretty tasty in my opinion. And then we've got some pasta salad. This is probably a family favourite of ours. You can have it for dinner, so it could be a leftover, or you can make it for lunch. It lasts for a while in the fridge, but you've got some pasta, some cherry tomatoes, olives, some cucumber, and what's the?
Well, you can put any herbs in there. This has some basil and some parsley, but you can use different things. And the dressing is?
It's like a balsamic dressing with some salt and pepper. That's what
So this is a great... this is a great lunchbox. Would be very happy to eat this lunchbox. Everything we are going to show you today is dairy-free. Zara she's not fussy, but she's particular. And certain foods don't make her feel great. So we have been experimenting with cutting back some types of food. And one of those is dairy. So none of this has dairy in it, so that it's a bit more gut sensitive.
Yes.
So that's a great lunchbox. And another great thing to do on a Sunday afternoon is just whip up some pasta salad, so it's there for the start of the week.
Yeah, definitely. And it's very customizable, so if you don't like a few of the things, you can replace them with all sorts of things if you would like.
But not the olives. You need the olives.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a must.
Yeah, but you could put feta cheese or other things
that
in
would
there
be
too.
good, yeah.
Okay, great lunchbox. All right, next one.
Okay, so this is mine, and I got it for my birthday from my lovely sister.
Okay, so these again, they're stackable, which is great.
So again, we'll go from morning tea to lunch.
In hand.
Okay, this is our morning tea. We've got some muffins, little zucchini carrot muffins. That's good for your sweet, and they fill you up a little bit, so that's nice. And then I've got some grapes, some cucumber, and some mandarins. So that's going to give me some sweet and something healthy. And then on the bottom layer is our lunchtime. So here I've made some sushi rice balls. So all you need to do is just if you just buy sushi rice, there's a recipe on the packet. You just make that, and once you're done, roll it into balls and refrigerate.
Do you have sushi dressing on there?
Yes. So sushi seasoning is my
it's like a rice wine
favourite.
vinegar. Makes them sweet and salty and sour.
Yeah. And then we've got some tuna. This is my favourite way to eat tuna. You just get some tuna, like here, and then you get mayonnaise and a Japanese mayonnaise called Kewpie. I love this stuff.
We go through that stuff very quick.
Not funny. And you mix that all up with a bit of salt and pepper, and it's delicious with the rice or just by itself. And then I've got some soy sauce here just to finish it off with some seasoning.
Great. We will put all these recipes as PDFs. So for the muffins, which are really healthy and diverse, you can put more things in them or not put everything in it. And for our tuna salad, you also have been known to put gherkins in your tuna salad.
I do. Apparently we love pickled food, olives and pickles. Yes, so if I was to have this tuna on a sandwich, which I have done, you put a bit of, chop some gherkins up real small and mix them through. Delicious. Adds that sour and sweet to your tuna. Yeah.
Oh, good. So another way to have protein, some carbs, some fresh things, healthy.
Yep.
Good job. Okay, so we've actually brought in some other foods to give you an idea of some other ways that you can make some healthy lunch boxes. So let's have a look at some things that we've got here. So we are a family of 5. We do not often have leftovers.
No.
But they are fabulous for a lunchbox. So shall we talk about what we have here?
Yeah. So we've just got some cut up fruit and vegetables, which are great for your snacks. And then we've got some muffins over here, and these can go in the freezer. Any baking that can go in the freezer is so good. You just grab it out in the mornings.
Yep. We just have a Ziploc bag in the freezer, and we just take out 2 or 3 and pop them in a lunchbox.
And they're defrosted by morning tea in our Aussie heat. So
that's great. And then we've got some leftover salad over here. Some more rice balls. So this is how big you make them. Mm-hmm. Do you then put chopsticks or something in to eat them with?
I like chopsticks, but I'm also a bit extra. So you can fork or spoon, or you can try them with your fingers.
Okay, I'm just thinking with the tuna salad, you might want cutlery with that too.
Good point.
Okay, so we had leftovers, which we were all excited about today. This is a shawarma chicken that we had for Sunday lunch. which is just great to eat cold as well, if you're happy to eat cold food. And if you have eggs for breakfast, throw a few extra in and you've got a great protein to throw into your lunchbox.
Yep, and even if you don't want to make a bento box thing, you can mush those eggs up with a bit of mayo, put that on a sandwich. It's delicious, it's a bit different, and will give you that extra protein.
Sometimes you eat like an old lady.
I do eat like an old lady. Yes.
It's sometimes hard to always eat fresh things, and so it is handy to have a few things in your pantry and fridge that you can just pop together to make a lunch, right? So do you want to explain what these things are over here?
Okay, this is hummus. It is made from chickpeas and it's dairy-free, so it's very tasty and good for your gut. And you can kind of do whatever you want with hummus. You can have it with some vegetables to dip it, or you can have it with these crackers. It's just handy for a snack and something a bit lighter in your stomach.
And just quick and easy to have in the fridge for the mornings where your hair's not doing what you need it to do. Terrible. We also do often have Oreos.
Yeah.
They're delicious, but they're also dairy-free. And we have friends who have peanut allergies, and we have some nut allergies in our house too. So they're just a, stock standard small treat that doesn't have any of the things that people might be allergic to.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, Zara, we're going to imagine that this is a bento box. And with the food we have here, I'm wondering if you could put together a little lunch.
Yeah, absolutely.
You going to try?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what I will probably start off
Do you
with...
want me to do this side and you do that side? Okay.
Is something like a base. So the rice would be the first thing I would start off with because it's pre-made and it's in a container. It's just a good place to start.
How many?
3. Let's do 3. But then you could probably also do this meal with some pasta or... Yeah.
Flatbreads?
Flatbreads we do like.
We do like a flatbread in our house.
Or a tortilla. We go through lots of tortillas.
We do. Okay.
And then I'd add my fresh ingredients. So some salad.
I've mixed up the tongs, Zara.
That's okay.
Ooh.
So I'm a big fan of lettuce, so don't be shy with the lettuce.
We have to be very frugal with lettuce.
Yes.
Expensive times, people.
Yep.
Okay. Do you
And
like carrots?
I do like carrots, yes.
We like to shred them. We like to make ribbons out of our carrots.
Yeah.
Do
And
you like cucumber?
I love cucumber.
She does. She really likes cucumber. But I know I won't give you tomato because you don't
Thank
like
you.
tomato.
I don't like
What
tomato.
about red onion?
I do like red onions, yeah.
This is revenge on teachers when you eat red onions at lunch.
I know, I always... And tuna. It's just...
Tuna,
it's not it. That's okay.
Okay.
And then we'll go in with some protein. So a bit of chicken. I love chicken. It's so good.
And it fills you up.
It does.
Let me give you 3 because I like you.
Wow. And then an egg or 2. How many? How hungry are we this lunchtime?
1.
1. Okay.
We had a big morning tea, remember?
Yeah, we did. Right.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot. Can't believe that. Yeah. So this is probably what I would do for a lunch when I'm prepared. You've just got all your areas. It's tasty, and you can look forward to it. Now, I would probably do a bit more of that cucumber mayo that we spoke of before, and a bit of soy sauce. I'm all about the sauce, so it doesn't even
Zara's
need
been
explaining.
known to bring her own mayonnaise to things.
Yeah,
because she does like sauces. Well, that was actually super quick to actually just put those things together. So the key here is that I'm learning is that you have it all ready.
Yep.
And get some stuff together. So what are some tips on getting ready for the week with lunch boxes? What do we do? What do you do?
I found on Sundays, it's just more of a rest day. You come home after church and you write a bit of a list of what you want for the week. So I would, if this was my week of lunches, I would look into the future and go, oh, I need to make some rice, some chicken, and boil a few eggs. So I would do that and have it all ready in the fridge. So Monday morning, when I finally get up from my alarm, you just grab your lunchbox out and make sure it's clean. I'm known for not washing my lunchbox.
Terrible for not bringing lunch boxes. And now it's on air. It's acknowledged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you grab some rice, and it's super easy to get a few veggies together, whether you have leftover salad or just chop up a little bit It's fine. Grab an egg and some leftover meat from the night before and you've got a lunch. And then if you do want sauce, I would recommend just put that in a container and off you go.
And there's a couple of us who like to bake at our house too.
Yeah.
So we'll often have the oven on the weekend and just put some biscuits in or a slice or some muffins and make sure there's stuff in the freezer.
Definitely.
Now, there is not a single sandwich in sight.
No, that was purposeful.
Yeah, you and I don't love a sandwich, do we? We're not.
No. Well,
great.
the thing is, once you get into term time and you're hectic and you're not getting up at your alarm, it's just so hard to get your mind together to get all these little things. So you just grab a sandwich, but then you're late for breakfast, so you grab some toast, and then you come home for dinner and you're having burgers or something, and it's just a lot of bread.
Yes. And you and I are not great with a lot of bread.
No.
So this is probably good for us in that it's not a whole heap of gluten but it's definitely dairy free.
Yeah.
And it's definitely healthy.
Yes.
Do you have friends who are jealous of your lunch?
I mean, we all kind of love lunches, but I'm sure there's some that haven't vocalised their pain.
Well, I'm jealous of your lunches.
Oh.
I'm not great in the morning, so often our kids are up making their lunches while I'm upstairs getting ready.
Yeah.
And I live on nuts and seeds and dried fruit while Zara eats this sort of thing. Maybe you should make my lunch.
Sure, I don't charge very much.
Okay. So I can buy the food and then you can make it. Okay, now that you have this amazing lunch, how are you going to eat it?
So what we've done is we have these little containers that are full of all the utensils you need, and they're not too expensive, but you can reuse them. They can go in the dishwasher. They're super handy. Or you can bring a spoon or a fork.
Or some chopsticks.
Yes, some chopsticks if you're feeling cultural. It's super easy. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could get away with your fingers. You just might want to wash your hands.
We don't tend to bring knives to school.
No.
That's not what we do. We try to make sure things are cut up to it that you can just pop them in one mouthful.
So a spoon or a fork.
Thank you for coming on the podcast today.
Thank you.
I really appreciate your time and your expertise in lunch making, and we hope to have you on again.
I would love to be back.